And I think a lot of us are programmed to believe that we can't achieve our goals, we can't achieve our dreams. But that's ridiculous. Like, I can do anything I put my mind to.
This is everything, everything, everything. This is everything, everything for me.
What is going on, organic family? Welcome back for some more organics. We got a special one in the house tonight because we've got some more Lowkey with 200 bars of power on some TV show. I'm excited to get into this, man. Shout out to Soul Searching Through Music for putting us on to UK rap as a whole. Lowkey is quickly becoming one of my favorites that I've explored so far. You guys can see my other reactions. I've done GRM daily, and I've also done I don't know, I've done a couple of videos. Make sure y'all go check them out. They're up on the channel right now. Y'all do me that favor, smash that like button, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I won't know if you don't tell me, man. This track is 11.5 minutes, so we're not going to waste too much more time. So consider joining the organic family by hitting that sub button. Turn on those bells. Doesn't cost you even a single penny to do so, and it means everything to me. Y'all ready for the bars? 200 bars of power? I don't think I'm ready. Let's go.
200 bars, SPTV, exclusive. Listen. Guess who's back from the land of the nomads, land of the scallywags, land of the toe rags, land where they don't Snapchat and they don't dab. We were fractured to fragments, it's so sad. Guess who's back
We
from
were
the
fractured to fragments. It's so sad, man. Back to the land where they don't Snapchat and they don't dab. Sheesh, okay.
land of the nomads, land of the scallywags, land of the toe rags, land where they don't Snapchat and they don't dab. We were fractured to fragments, it's so sad. We were captured as chapters in notepads, where the have-lots rob from the don't haves, where the caps lock's lost in the phone tap emojis, minus emotion and vocab.
Where the caps lock lost in the phone tap emojis, minus emotion and vocab, like taking too much like out of like what's being said on a text message. Come on, okay.
Years past, let me barge you for part two. Never let them tell you what you can and you can't do. They don't know where you stand because they aren't.
7 years past, let me parse you for part two. Never let them tell you what you can't do. I like that. That's dope.
You love yourself to the core even when it's hard to cry no more.
Love yourself to the core even when it's hard to. Oh my goodness.
Shout and sing, violence to silence the loudest thing. They don't know about the power the Shaolin brings. Place a rock for
Violence and silence, the loudest thing. They don't know the power of the Shaolin brings. Like Shaolin, like meditate, like a monk, a Shaolin monk meditating. Oh my goodness, bro.
a mountain that outlives him like Malcolm did. We are out of sync and out of time by the sound of things. Arms long like Dawson is how to win. Best murder machine gets crowned the king. But what about the voices that can't be heard? Breast barons, witch hunt like McCarthy purge. You're lying to yourself, the past seems worse. Cause I can get dark, more dark than a dark moor. I can get dark like a dark night and dark more dark like dark 4 at 4:30 AM. So why you dummies getting dark for? Not shy to defend it, don't try to prevent this. A mind as tremendous as Einstein or Midas. I meant this, I rise from the...
He said, a mind as tremendous as Einstein or Midas. I meant this. Yo, that syllable flow on point, dude. Oh my goodness.
Trenches like Vikings, I'm fighting for my independence. My rhymes are relentless like a
I rise from the trenches like Vikings. I'm fighting for my independence. Yo, okay. Axe to face one time? Shit.
Your dentures, your rhymes are as violent as fencing. My rhymes are offensive, as violent as
Yo, your rhymes are as violent as fencing. My rhymes are offensive. Like fencing, offensive. That was dope. Okay.
It's through pride and resentment. Misers cry to lament this. How foul could your mouth be? How could you doubt me? That's random, like a row with a Mountie. Or an Lowkey driving his Audi to Saudi. Or Bush and Blair making rap albums about peace. You ready for the rumble? Headed for a tumble. Definitely better any veteran among you.
He said, or an Alkey's Audi, or an Alkey's driving his Audi to Saudi. Or Bush and Blair making rap albums about peace. Like, damn, that's a slap to Bush and Blair's face right there. Oh my goodness.
They should have told you if anybody loves you, a level of relevance you will never get above to. I murk it with ease, burn it indeed. Merge with the beat like the birds and the bees. They want food for thought, I will serve them a feast. Not commercial, believe that I nurtured a niche. Much love to those doing research.
Not commercial, believe that I nurtured a niche. This is dope.
Action vids, rap kids act big, but a tacticless, better off practicing mad backflips with a bad slip disc and fractured wrists. Who mastered this? Know what the answer is. Who's got bars that carve to the heart of this? Regardless, I blame SB for starting this. Was fire in the boot to an
I blame SB for starting this. Who's that? Who's that reference right there, fucking? And then he said, "What's fire in the boot to an arsonist?" Shout out to Charlie one time, man. Come on.
And these guys don't make me rap, guys don't make me rap, guys don't make me rap. Might go crazy, I was firing the boot to a pyromaniac. Please, bro.
What's firing the boot to a pyromaniac? Again, bro. He wants the smoke, Charlie. He wants the smoke.
He don't need no heat though. Was firing the boot to the Dragon Ricky Steamboat. 7 years out, never feared out. Any peers proud, whatever the weather, better clear out. You're a mere mouse, I'm here now to tear down what you care about. Man's clout can never compare now. Back worse than ever before. Rebel with a cause you could never ignore. If anyone thought I never did it with metaphors that were better than yours, I rendered the sentiments several with swords and dead on the floors. Let them have a bite, but that was bad advice if you fraternize. Know what man I like when I'm man a mic. About as bad as balance like when he's banning guys. Had enough of savage lies getting sanitized. Asinine pantomimes got you paralyzed.
Had enough of savage lies getting sanitized? Like, bro, bars. It's just bar after 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 bar.
Got a panoramic mind when I strategize, agonize, analyze for a spat of rhyme.
Panoramic mind when I strategize. Like I see the big picture. Come on, dude.
Mimes got you paralyzed. Got a panoramic mind when I strategize, agonize, analyze for a spat of rhyme. Merciless mystic birth as a misfit journalistic gift with the verbalist instinct. They heard that I did this. Cursed as an infant but burst with a verse like the first in existence. Billionaires, they don't want Corbyn in. We nearly are there. Hit him with a 4-kick spin. They're silly and scared, running on a 4-fit ting. Hearing impaired, thinking I'm a Nordic king. We fought the cowards of corporate towers, trying to force them out the corridors of power. And the tastemakers were sort of sour. Vultures circle, leave your corpse devoured. But I'm back now.
That syllable flow, man. Hearing impaired, thinking I'm a Nordic king. We fought the cowards of corporate towers, trying to force them out their corridors of power. Vulture circle, leave your corpse devour. Bro.
Let's keep going. Give me the next one.
Verse 2, the redistribution of power. Okay.
50 down. $150 bars for the redistribution of power. Exclusive. Listen. Power to those that read bell hooks, power to those that sell books, power to those who know how the inside of a cell looks. All those feeling helpless, forgotten or discarded. Power to the strange fruit they thought was rotten in the garden. Power to those.
Yo, power to the strange fruit they thought was rotten in the garden. Like when you go to jail, you're like tossed to the side. You're the strange fruit that was rotten in the garden. Like. That's fucking lyricism, man. Oh my goodness.
Sitting alone, seeking solace in the calmness. Power to those feeling stained. Know your tomorrow isn't tarnished. Power to those that sweep the streets with more knowledge than PhDs. Power to those that keep their keys, return his promise, please believe. Power to those that suffer in silence. Those it hurts to hear. Power to those that hold their ground. Power to those that persevere. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the blind who.
Oh no, he didn't, bro. Really? Like, you had to go there? Like, that? Fucking, bro. Like, what? Power to the immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's children. I'm kind of dead inside right now. Like, we're just gonna slide on by. Bro, fuck, man.
Can't imagine what sight is. Power to those staring at the moon and all those working night shifts. Power to the readers, the writers, the illiterate. Power to those that struggle to decolonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones who always struggle to make friends on the half of humanity worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the cotton from the ground for the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in. Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing in. Power to every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Power to the builders who built buildings that outlived them. Power to the slaves of ancient Greece that didn't have the right to vote. Democracy dead like Gary Webb when they import it like it's cold. Power to those right to prison. Power to those writing home. Power to those writing poems. Power to those that died alone. Power to Curtis Mayfield. Power to Ronald Isley. Power to the fishermen that were forced into piracy. Power to every person that is working in a library. Power to every nurse that we turn to in our times of need. Power to the unions and the miners that should punish. Power to those that drive the buses and those that collect the rubbish. Power to the youth desiring the truth. Power to every rapper that is dying for a fire in the booth. For those.
Power to every rapper that is dying for a fire in the booth, man. Come on. Power to the youth desiring the truth. Yo, those were dope. I like that a lot.
That lost limbs to King Leopold's quota, and those risking their lives for the P&O to Dover. Power to union leaders murdered by. Power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra. Power to those.
Power to union leaders murdered by, and then cough cough, Coca-Cola. The fuck?
Dying on the shores and the borders. Power to human beings that were rendered fauna and flora. Power to those that cleaned up after the stage show and carnival goers still haunted by Kelso Cole Crane's ghost. Power to his picture taunts us ever after so many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون. الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to El Jawahiri and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese steel preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it. Printed press half a millennium. Never get close. Power to Ken Loach and every volunteer in Lesbos. Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passing.
Kids knowing about what an Apple product is before knowing what an apple is. Yo, can we get a rip in the chat, please, for a bar like that? Like, the bar that has to just slap someone in the face like that? Like, on a... Oh my god, I'm done, bro.
Passengers on the USS Indianapolis dying days for they could see what little boys damaged it on the precipice of fascism. Our passiveness is cancerous. Power to those still strong enough to dream. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those that sleep on the streets through grey weather. Power to Aziz Ali.
Power to those that sleep on the sleeps through grey weather. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Like, dope.
Thugs and Harmony. Power to Norman Baker, David Kelly's owner artery. Power to the genocided population of Tasmania. The internet descends to Trump-tastic fantasia. Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but
you'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. Like, together, like, collectively, like, we can make a difference, bro. Come on, man.
Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad. But the globe's under attack. The obnoxious rage of a fake intellectual. Amazing grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found a racist selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate.
Not the first time that they found a racist electable to raise to the pedestal, then create the place that translated the decimal. All things considered, with that Trump bar earlier, like, we really just gonna, you know, like, pretend that that's not what that was pointed at, you know? But anyway, continuing on.
Place that translated the decimal. I don't want to tempt fate. Power to corpse washers like Salvador Allende. Power to language learners from Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose. In the utopia of song, we are victorious. But the bittersweet reality's not this glorious.
And then from Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners, like, that's the level that you're gonna put it on. Like from Bernie Sanders supporters to flag burners, like, what one extreme to another? Okay. But like, which side really sounds worse in that, you know? Like, just to kind of like point out like bias in wording, you know? Like Bernie Sanders supporters or flag burners. You know, it's just like, that's the bias that, you know, just doesn't belong for me anyway. But let's keep going.
Power to Coltrane, watching Malcolm X. Power to pull ropes and under house arrest. Power to Galileo under house arrest. Power to Ibn Haytham under house arrest. Forgive me if I sound obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably think I couldn't come back and kill the alphabet.
All right, now we got number 3. Before Orientalism. Orientalism? Okay, he about to give us an education one time. Let's go.
We're down to the last 50. Before Orientalism. Quincy Tones. Let's do it. El-Khwarizmi estimated the circumference of the globe at a time when Europe thought the earth was flat and couldn't tell the time of day. The astrolabe paved the way for the clock. Now I'm about to turn it back. Was the Qanun of Ibn Sina perceived as backwards when Oxford scholars deemed bathing a heathen practice? History from Aristotle to Al-Kindi as we gather innovations of Ibn Haytham to Da Vinci and the camera. Asked Roger Bacon, Galileo, when Adela, the Bath, Ibn Shatir before Copernicus, century and a half. House of Wisdom books weight in gold, answers to conundrums. Cheng Ho sailed the sea before the Gama and Columbus. You are not who they say you are, you're blessed with a choice. Here since the 700s, look at King Offa's coins. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. There's a crater named after El Ma'mun on the moon civilization.
Yo, like at the end of the day, like regardless of like our differing opinion, like toward the end of the last one, like coming into this verse, like I simply just don't know enough about what he's speaking about to even like comment on it. So, I mean, he's definitely got fire layout. Like, I'm still a fan of Lowkey. You know, shout out to all the real ones that can like disagree with someone and still like have a conversation about it. Just because we disagree doesn't mean it has to end in a fight, you know? Big facts, man.
Build on each other, not each to their own. My question, if people are equal like the teeth of a comb. Word Jahith, Mansa Musa, Malik Najashi, Abid. I didn't think so, but it seems Sha'bi Nasi what I need. Check yourself, check Raphael's depiction of Ibn Rushd. Think twice, study history, give it a different look. Curriculum's literally littered with pitfalls of ridicule. Fatima al-Fahri founded one of the oldest still existing schools.
Circulum's literally littered with pitfalls of ridicule. Think twice, study history, give it a different look. Curriculum's literally littered with pitfalls of ridicule. So it's like, you know what they say about history, like it's always written from the perspective of the victors. So it's like, for example, if you read like France's side on like the French Revolution, it will be a whole lot different than if you read a book from like, say, Germany about the French Revolution, or a book from the United States about the French Revolution, because bias is a real thing, you know? So that's a bar. I like that.
Is deeper than some rhymes I'm providing for the listener. No surprise for a spitter, the word cipher came from Sifr. Is the next Yunus Mahmoud among 4 million orphan babies? What if Yusuf Mardini wasn't able to swim to safety? It could be Steve Jobs is starving under Hisar. It would be Zor Hadid just died in the Infajar. Through your blood flows Gilgamesh and Abu Nawas. Your future's bigger than the pain of your present and your past.
Your future's bigger than the pain of your present or your past. Come on, man. That's dope.
We strive to be free, for none struggled for independence. He wasn't alive to see the countrification, alienation, souls left so scarred. Idarat tawahish, decapitations on postcards. The occupier left behind all forms of stigma. Insidious settlement of the mind is more malignant. From the ashes of war, no phoenix that human is lost. We learned Idarat tawahish from Masu and Lacoste. They learnt resistance from Mahib Khurshid, and Layla Khalid learned about Jamal from Bu'azza Bubasha and Buharid. If Abdul Qadir was rebellious in Aljazair, that's the proof return will come for diaspora of the Nakba, not the first or the last to break free from the guillotine. Yesterday Aljazair, tomorrow Palestine, not the first or the last to break free from the guillotine. Yesterday Aljazair, tomorrow Palestine. my love letter to the past. This is my love letter to the future. This is my love letter from the heart. Cause you don't know how beautiful you are. This is my love letter to the past. This is my love letter to the future. This is my love letter from the heart. Cause you don't know how beautiful you are.
Damn.
200 bucks.
Wow, man. Definitely an absolutely crazy track from Lowkey. I mean, 200 bars of power. He took it from like so many different levels of his perspective in, you know, his home heritage, and a lot of the stuff that he referenced, like especially in part 3, like I simply do not live anywhere near this side of the world, so it's like I don't even know what's going on, and you know, that is my own ignorance, and I'm fully acknowledging it, you know. But he's definitely like spitting from a real place. He's pushing a positive message, even if that means like I disagree with like a couple of like small things, as we did, you know. That's life, bro. You're not meant to agree with everything that everyone has to say, and you know, if you're gonna let that be the simple fact that it's going to turn you off from someone, then you know there's a bigger problem. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys want to see some other content from Lowkey, go up on the channel, check out what we've got. There's more on the way. Smash that like button, drop a comment down below. We live stream 5 days a week, so the best way to get your favorite music recorded is to come into those live streams Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time and or 8 p.m. Eastern. I look forward to having you there. Consider joining the organic family by hitting that sub button. Turn on those bells. Doesn't cost you even a single penny to do so, and it means everything to me. Catch y'all on the next one.